Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwad, and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today, it is my great pleasure and privilege to speak with Greg Armour. He's Executive Vice President with Griffin.ai. Welcome, Greg.
Hi, thank you very much for having me, Gerhard.
I know you're a very seasoned sales executive. Can you share a little bit about your background in sales and sales leadership?
So I've spent my career working with some of the best technology companies I think that I could find. I started very early in the mobile security space and leading mobile security companies like Mobile Device Management. And then I went and worked for another company that was trying to spin its regular background of technology into the data security side of mobility. And then I went to another company that was in the cybersecurity rating space, and we grew that business from $5 million to $87 million in ARR in 3.5 years, and it's now a $2 billion valuation company. Now come over to Griffin.ai, where I've been for 2 years, where we build sales technology to help sales teams perform better and outperform the revenue goals. The introduction of AI and ML into sales as an industry has been able to change the way that companies can market and go to market and improve their bottom line.
At the core of sales is in sales leadership is data. And we have moved from managing by hunches to managing based on science and based on data. How did you make that transition?
What a lot of people don't realize is you need a strong, repeatable process. You need a really good sales methodology. It doesn't matter which one you choose, but you need a methodology, and then you need an emotion to go along with that. And that was how you started to build foundation. Well, with all of that, then comes the introduction of metrics, analytics, and data. And now you have better ways of making decisions about information that you didn't have before. And so instead of me having to read into a deal very much and go, well, I think that's going to happen, we can now take a look at probabilities and percentages and the amount of time things are in stages, and have they met the criteria of the methodology and the process, and use data to drive more accuracy when it comes to forecasting. And so I use a very strong metric-driven organization to know where I am, to know where we need to push, to know where we need to go faster, to know what we're missing, and to become more accurate.
Can you elaborate and share with sales leaders how to create a sales motion or a sales engine so you can create a high growth company?
I implement a very specific strategy, which we call the 6 pillars. And the 6 pillars are activity, pipeline generation, deal progression, quota attainment, sales force hygiene, because we need the data, and headcount. You've got to stay ahead of your headcount if you want to scale. As a leader, we implement that program, and then we run that down to the individual level, depending on what's your own ASP, what's your own average sales cycle, how many opportunities does it take for you to get a deal to a POC, how many POCs does it take for you to actually get to your number, right? And so we take it down to a mathematical science, so much so that we break it down even further into what we call the rep grinder, where we know how many activities a rep has to make on a daily basis in order to generate the amount of opportunity, the amount of pipeline deals at 50%, and the amount of closed won deals.
How does AI and machine learning technology help you as a sales leader, help you as salespeople win and create more customers?
The best IP that any company could ever own is the intelligence that they get from their great and successful sales reps. That is the best IP that is out there. It's not the product that they sell. It's the intelligence that they gather and why people buy. And so AI and ML, what it can do for a sales rep is it can listen to a conversation. It can leverage all the artificial intelligence and machine learning that's built into the technology that works for good things to happen. And when it hears that, it tells the salesperson in real time to answer the question, hey, use this. This is the best answer. Give you an example. Not interested, right? What do you think the top 5 answers for not interested are in the world, right? We can produce them to somebody in real time. So when somebody says, I'm not interested, they know exactly how to respond. So AI has now become a way to help in a guided selling real-time way to improve the statistical position of conversations that are taking place between salespeople and their buyers. Sales is an archaic market to adapt technology. It's actually the last market to adapt AI and ML. The industry that's the oldest at it is sales. And so the reason why technology now is at a stage where it can happen is because people are trying to solve business problems.
How can people learn more about Griffin.ai?
So you can reach out to us on Griffin at www.Griffin.ai. You can reach out to me at garmer@Griffin.ai. You can follow us on LinkedIn. You can follow us on our YouTube channel. You can talk to a bunch of the customers that we have, look at some of the customer testimonials that we have, and reach out to our sales line and have somebody reach out directly to you. We have 24/7. We've got a chat bot. We've got whatever you need.
Well, thank you, Greg.